Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be kicking off a brand new series on the channel called Imagine If. So basically what this series is I share all my crazy and outlandish theories about theme parks to you guys every single Sunday. So if that is something that would interest you, definitely leave notifications on, and yeah, look forward to this every Sunday. So pretty much in today's video I'm going to be kicking off the series with quite a talked about sort of theory in the theme park community, especially around the Thorpe Park fan community, and that is, what if Thorpe Park Resort rethemed the Walking Dead ride back to X? Now I know this isn't really possible and probably will not ever happen, but that's the whole point of this. I kind of want to share with you guys all the craziest theories I could possibly think of, because at the end of the day they're the most exciting. So yeah, that is basically what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So if you do go on to enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. It definitely makes me know that you guys are enjoying this series, and yeah, we'll kind of judge whether or not I carry this on in the future. And definitely, as well as that, leave any questions you guys have down in the comments, as I will be doing a Q&A next week, hopefully, if I get enough questions. So yeah, they don't necessarily have to be about the channel, they can be about theme parks. Yeah, so just leave any questions you guys have down there and I'll try to reply to them in a video possibly next week. So without further ado, let's get right into the first episode of Imagine If. Okay, so the way this video is going to work, I'm going to be kind of taking you guys through this refurbished attraction, almost like it's a story. I'm going to be taking you from the entrance all the way through the pre-show and out into the exit. So let's start off this story right at the entrance then. Now I do kind of want to keep the old X entrance with the sort of mini pyramid archway type thing. However, I do want to give this whole building a completely different feel. Instead of keeping this sort of red colour palette of the whole pyramid itself, I want to repaint it to a nice white and blue colour. Now, the reason for this is I kind of want to link this to the whole initialising teasers that we've been getting for Thorpe Park. Obviously, this isn't going to be what it is, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun to kind of link it to that. So, you enter through this newly refurbished entrance. Like I said, it's kind of similar, just a different paint. You then walk into the queue line, which is actually going to be inside of the pyramid this time. And yeah, the whole corridor is going to be repainted to the same sort of red and blue colour. You're going to have the LED lights overhead on the ceiling as well. So yeah, nothing really much happens there. You walk through the queue line up until obviously you get to the top of the stairs. Obviously, if you've been on the Walking Dead ride recently, you'll know that as you go through like the first little corridor bit, you go up the stairs and you enter into the station. However, I do want to change this. At this point, I want you to be greeted by a member of staff. Now, as this member of staff does greet you, you actually are then led into a pre-show. Now, the pre-show is going to be a very similar sort of room. However, it's going to be more like a lab. It's going to have sort of tables. It's going to have like paper scrawled all over the walls. And there'll be one massive screen in the middle of the wall. A person will appear on the screen and tell you all about the experiment. And this is another one of the big changes I wanted to make for this ride, and that is actually to have a storyline. Obviously, nowadays a lot of modern rides do have a pre-show and do have storylines. So yeah, I thought why not throw one into the mix here. Now the whole storyline for this is pretty much you are trying to achieve space travel. This is very, very similar to Galactica Alton Towers. However, this is on much more of a smaller scale. Rather than you jumping between planets, it's basically just you achieving space travel itself. So the person on the screen pretty much gives you a rundown of what's actually happening, you know, how the ride system works, obviously the how you're achieving space travel, and then after this little briefing has happened, you are then led into the brand new station. Now the station is pretty much decked out in this lovely white paint scheme, with obviously all the blue LEDs and stuff everywhere. I do kind of want to keep the trains the same. The trains aren't really bothered to me. Like I said, they probably just need another repaint. So yeah, you then get into your seats, and there's another change I do want to make to this. I actually want the speakers to be on the trains themselves. Now this is very, very weird, however it has been done in the past before. I'm pretty sure they've had a ride in Disney or it's either in Universal. I've never been, so I don't really know. But yeah, I kind of want the speakers to be on the train just to make it feel more like you're immersed in it. So you get onto the thing, there's sort of like some things coming over the intercom in the train, just sort of like thematic sort of audio that's going on. You were then launched out of the station, not really launched, but you were then taken out of the station up into a themed lift hill. Now, there is one main reason why I wanted this lift hill to be themed, is because I want this experience to be very futuristic and immersive throughout. So basically, as you enter this sort of portal, it's been sort of labelled as, there is a colour or sort of like projection light tunnel, a light tunnel, if you would like to call it that. And so this has been done before. Obviously, it's been done on Space Mountain, I'm pretty sure, at Disneyland Paris. And I kind of wanted something like this to sort of simulate space travel, almost like you're going through a wormhole. So you get to the top of the lift hill, you then are obviously sent off onto the track, and this is where I want you to be hit with a plethora of just lights and strobes and everything, almost like you're, achieving space travel, you're going through this type of thing. The audio on the speakers is very sort of futuristic and sort of upbeat, almost like the nightclub music. But obviously tailored to something different. Hopefully some Armour School music would be pretty cool there. So yeah, you go around the thing, it's basically pretty much the same, but however I do want to keep an element from the Walking Dead ride. I do actually want to keep the sort of stop section, and I kind of want to retheme them to sort of checkpoints. You sort of stop, the man comes back on the screen, starts telling you that you've reached the first checkpoint and you're ready to be heading off again, just to sort of, not necessarily long the experience out, to make it a little bit more immersive. So they're sort of going through the check, saying, yep, you're all good, right, send you off to the next checkpoint. So at that point, you're then sent off. Again, obviously, lights and sounds and everything, all of that happens, and then you obviously enter back into the station. Okay, so after you then entered into the station, I kind of want the exit corridor to be more of like an experience. Not necessarily like a horror experience like the Walking Dead ride is, but have sort of like loads of things to look at as you're exiting the ride. So you exit out the station, you go through the double doors, and you see this massive lab as you move into what would have been the cafeteria in the Walking Dead ride. Now you've got like equipment everywhere. They've proper themed it to almost like a futuristic, like I said, lab. And so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did enjoy a video, make sure to like and subscribe, like I said at the beginning of the video, because it does really make me aware that you guys are liking the content. And definitely, as well as that, if you do subscribe, definitely put notifications on, because I will be making weekly videos in the winter season, so definitely be looking forward to that. So without further ado, I will see you guys later.